Ever since Beta 3, I've always wanted to play Grace and really learn how to use her. Luckily, upon release, I pulled her early and I've been in love ever since. She's an insane unit that is the definition of a movement king. She's an easy to learn, hard to master kind of character, so make sure to practice what I'm about to teach you. Also, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you learned anything new, and let's get started. For her traces, focus on basic, special, and ultimate. You don't really need to level up her traces as all her damage is from her reactions, but you still can if you want to. Grace has a 4-hit combo standing still, a 7-hit combo when moving left or right, and a 9-hit combo when mixing in your skill. Her special is a quick little grenade that deals electric damage, and her EX special throws 2 electric grenades that deal more damage with flinch and dodging properties, meaning when you use the move, it can dodge attacks. Both your basics and skills can be influenced by your directional inputs, more on that later. When Grace's basic attack or dash attack deal physical damage, she gains 1 stack of zap up to 8 stacks. Upon reaching maximum stacks, Grace will consume all stacks of zap using a special or EX special. This increases electric anomaly buildup by 75.8% at level 1 and 130% at level 6. Lastly, when another character in your squad shares the same attribute or faction, Grace's shock anomaly damage increases by 18% whenever she hits an enemy with her EX special up to 2 times. Before we get into how we do our combos, we first have to figure out how they work, how to extend them, and how to maximize her damage. When doing Grace's basic combo, she only does 3 attacks plus her finisher. The first 3 basics and her finisher itself will fill up her stacks of zap, but using your skill or a basic while holding a direction does not count to her combo and allows us to extend it. This also applies to her dodge counter and her dash attack, but we'll talk about that later. So instead of waiting for a finisher to use your skill, you want to do her first 3 basics, skill, finisher, then skill. But that's only a 6-hit combo. To do her maximum 9-hit combo is a little more complicated. You want a basic twice, then 1 moving basic, then skill. Then do 1 normal and 1 moving basic, then skill. And lastly your finisher, and then skill. This combo allows Grace to maximize her damage output while staying completely mobile. If you're in the middle of the combo and you're about to get attacked, don't be afraid to dodge counter, as this also doesn't count towards your full combo. Grace is honestly so fast that she doesn't need a swap cancel or animation cancel, but I still want to quickly glance at Grace's finisher. You can swap cancel Grace's finisher either by just swapping or during a swap counter. Grace will still accumulate stacks of zap even after swapping. You can also do this with Grace's EX special, as both moves have dodging properties. Just a disclaimer that I'm going to be recommending teams that aren't going to be the best, but they still do very well. Anomaly teams are still a bit of a mystery, but I am doing my best to recommend the best for you, the viewer. So if you have any other teams you want to suggest, just go ahead and leave a comment to help out our community. For the first team, we have Grace, Qingyi, and Anton. Anton is the main DPS, while Grace is a sub DPS / support. You can replace Qingyi with any other stun, but she'll be the best as she increases the damage taken when an enemy is stunned. If you've watched my previous video, you'll know the team format I'm going with, but here's a quick refresher. Grace is going to be your main on-field unit, while Anton generates energy over time. When you stun any enemy with Qingyi and or have your ultimate ready, you use Anton. While Anton is out, don't let his energy hit 0, as you'll need a certain amount of energy to get his burst mode back. As long as he still has energy, his burst mode will never end. After that, just switch back to Grace, then repeat. For this team, I recommend using either Electroboo or Plugboo. Our next team is going to be Grace, Kaleda, and Lucy. Nothing special, just a simple fire and electric build-up team, with Grace being the main DPS. For this team, I recommend using Electroboo, Plugboo, or Safety. And finally, the last team I can confidently recommend is Grace, Jane, and Seth. This team is inevitable. Mixing in 2 very strong anomaly DPS with the best anomaly support makes for some very high numbers. With Seth helping both Grace and Jane with anomaly buildup, we can focus on the DPS Bang Boo instead. I recommend using Officer Cole or a Million. For the build, I recommend 4-piece Thunder Metal and 2-piece Freedom. For your subs, focus on attack percent, anomaly proficiency, and pen. For 4 to 6, I recommend anomaly proficiency, electric damage bonus, or attack percent, and finally attack percent. For your W engines, Fusion Compiler is going to be your best in slot. On top of a 12% attack increase, whenever you use your EX special, the wearer gains 25 anomaly proficiency for 8 seconds that stacks up to 3 times. In total, your gains would be 12% attack and 75 anomaly proficiency for 8 seconds. Next is Rainforest Gourmet. For every 10 energy consumed, the wearer gains a 4% attack buff for 10 seconds, stacking up to 10 times. In total, your gains would be a 40% attack buff. Lastly, we have Weeping Gemini. Whenever a teammate inflicts an anomaly, the wearer gains 48 proficiency up to 4 times. Even though Weeping Gemini gives more bonuses overall, we're still counting for uptime. Since your stacks reset whenever an enemy recovers from stun, it resets your damage and ruins your runs. That would mean in total, your gains would be about 48 to 96 proficiency for most of the fight. Next, we'll be talking about Mindscapes. Grace's most notable Mindscapes are going to be her M2 and M4, as they provide the most game-changing benefits to her kit. For Grace's M1, she gives a maximum of 2 energy whenever she uses her finisher. Her M2 reduces the target's electric and anomaly buildup resistance by 8.5% for 8 seconds, allowing for some extra fast anomaly reactions. Grace's M4 allows her to gain 6 stacks of charge whenever she uses her EX special attack. Whenever she consumes a stack via basic or dash attack, she increases her energy regen by 20% from the attack, meaning you only gain more energy on hit instead of a free 2-piece jazz like I originally thought it was. It's still a really good Mindscape, but just keep in mind that the bonus doesn't affect your passive energy regen. And for Grace's M6, when you consume all of your zap stacks, Grace tosses an extra grenade and increases each grenade damage by 200%. Overall, Grace is a solid and unique anomaly unit. Being a quick to learn, hard to master kind of character makes her so fun and gets me excited for future anomaly units. But sadly, no matter how good she is now, she'll definitely be power creeped in the future. We already have a taste with Jane Doe, and I believe it's just inevitable. That doesn't mean she's useless if you have her though. I've been using her with Seth for a good bit now, and she has gotten much stronger. Grace is still a powerful unit, and I fully recommend building her if you have her. If you learned anything in this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, as I'll be making more guide videos in the future. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Test this. There we go. Just watch me. Ready? Beat it. Every effort counts.
All right, bro. Together now.
Help again. Max potential energy. There's nowhere to run.
Our time to shine, bro. Go, 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 go!